one client came to us and asked us to prepare a custom cabinet with the non-standard parameters, with those unhidden wine racks, those soft closed drawers, and they shared just Pinterest photo, 3 to 4 Pinterest photo, and they asked just prepare this kind of cabinets. Does it possible with Odoo? Of course, yes. Can those products will be in our stock? We will pull it from our stock and we can deliver to our clients? Of course not. Each details must be designed, approved, manufactured, delivered, and installed. This is nothing but this is your ETO, engineering to order. You can say that project-based manufacturing also. Hi, I am Pratik Shah, working at Techvaria as senior consultant. If I introduce my company, that we are just Odoo partner having the global presence at Bangalore, Dubai, and Ahmedabad also. We are having a team of functional consultants who are mainly working on the standard features. We use low code, no code. Our first preference that let's use the Odoo standard features, let's use the clicks of Studio, and let's implement your business. Try to avoid the customization as much as you can. Okay, so let's move towards that. What kind of business we have and how we can achieve through Odoo standard. We having this same kind of business we have delivered to our client. That client is based on the Indonesia, and but main thing is that he is using the Odoo online. We don't want to move towards Odoo.message and we don't require the customization. So what's the solutions? Let's try to implement with the standard features. Let's use the studio and let's understand what the business is like. Okay, so let's understand first of all. This is the, you can scan this QR code. If you're having any queries, you can consider those questions after these sessions. We always heard about the MTS, MTO. But this is something new, which is the ETO. MTS we know that make to stocks. Just products will be in your stocks before that requirement. Then MTO, that we based on the customer requirements. We are manufacturing, we are purchasing from our brand. And what is ETO? As I have mentioned, those products must be designed first, approved, and then manufacturing will be started. So these are some challenges in the ETO. That no standard BoM will be there because every time customers' requirement will be changed. So there is no any standard BoM. This is first thing. Second, based on those BoM, of course, your costing will be varied. So you can't giving the customer or giving the quotation based on any particular margin. What you have to do first, you have to design your BoM first, then you can find, oh, this is my estimated cost for this product. This is thing our for the ETO. Next, if we will move towards our next slide. This is just one kind of the flow I have prepared. If this flow will be understood, then how I implement that will be easily clear. Because flow is complex, so I am trying to divide it into phases. Let's consider this client came to us and they ask, we require the custom cabinet. So first thing, what will be there? Our team will be do the on-site visit for that custom. That is necessary because measurement will be there. After the measurement, some discussion will be those client that which kind of finishing require, which kind of goods you require. Based on that, requirement gathering will be there. Then second thing, our customer, our employee will be there and they will do the design. Design will be prepared and design approval will be there. So this is your first phase, which is we call as a design phase. In that this all process will be involved. And then if those design liked by those customer, then actually manufacturing will be started. But now what the complexities are? This is not a short-term project. We can consider this is the one kind of the project. This is not a short-term project that will be going for the 2 or 3 days. Of course, here design will be there. So my employee will be again record the hours against that task. So here what we are going to do, we are going to assign that design task to our employee. This is the first thing. Second thing, again approval will be there. So again those tasks again assigned to the another. Now design approval will be there. So here those employee will record the timesheet against those tasks. This is the first and second. So here sales is there, sale order is there, purchase is there, manufacturing is there, but most important here we are going to involve the project, and along with that project timesheet is also. But here one more module is involved because on-site is there, so of course those employee will record the expense against those on-site visit. Second, if you are doing the delivery, those expenses again going to record for that project, and again installation this is. So everything will be merged. So here we having those pain points also, that how we can find the profitability of our project. How we can find that? What's the profit? Because always costs also be associated with that project along with that invoicing. So here we are trying to find that how we can find the profitability of our project as your all tasks are varied from module to module. So let's move towards the demo. I'm trying to just pick some of the hints for that because this is kind of the complex project and we are using some of the tricks for that. So here you can see that this is for the design, this is for the sales order, this is for the procurement, manufacturing. Again, my employee will record the hours against that task. So again, those timesheet hours will be counted. And now this is main important thing, how we are going to map with the Odoo. As I mentioned, we are going to use the sales, project module, purchase, inventory, timesheet, manufacturing, accounting, and expense. These 8 modules will be used, but you can find the profitability of your project in one page only. Okay, so now without wasting the time, let's jump to our database. This is one database I have created for our use case. First thing, in the first phase, we are just delivering the design services. As we are not ready, that client is not ready, just pass that design. If we are going to approve, then start the manufacturing. So first thing we are going to do, we are going to use that project template first. This is the project template that I have created. Here you can see that the tasks, 10 tasks are associated. You can associate your more tasks if required. First task, site visit. Second, design blueprint. Third, design approve. After the approval, those manufacturing. But before that, of course, BoM preparation will be there, because based on those design, your BoM is gonna prepare. Then, is it clear now? Okay, now BoM will be there. Then after the BoM, of course, your manufacturing will be created. If the products are not in the stock, your procurement will be there. Then your final product will be in your stock. You are going to deliver and your team will install it. This is the simple. This is your one project. All tasks are related. Now what we are going to do, I have to do some configuration, that sales order confirmation, create the projects along with that task. So first of all, I am going to create the sales order. Our customer, we are just delivering with one design, kitchen cabinet design. You can see that this is the fixed cost, as designing cost will be fixed. Okay, so we consider this is $300 we are charging for those design. As we are going to confirm, one project is created and along with this, those 10 tasks are also created. Okay, so this is the project and along with this, those 10 tasks, this all 10 tasks are here. This is the wonderful feature of Odoo 18. Because of that, all your modules will be in one page. I'm just going to use it. Here you can see that I'm going to timesheets, sales order, purchase order, expense, bill of materials, manufacturing order, analytic items, and dashboard. This everything will be on one page. This is the wonderful feature of Odoo 8. Now here you can see that we have dashboard is there. As you are going to confirm your sales order, one analytic account is going to create. That is automatically because that service type product, we have mentioned that service type product create the project as well as staff. So if I will click on the dashboard, here you can see that this is the dashboard for your analytic account where your each cost, where your all revenue will be in your one page. Now currently we haven't invoiced, so here you can see that to invoice is the 300. Now I am going to just click on the sales order. Along with that, this is the second thing is that you can go to the project, and in the project also this dashboard is here. Two way, you can open from that side or you can use this also. Now if I will go to the sales order, first thing I am going to create the invoice. As we are just before doing any on-site visit, we are taking those fixed charge. So this is the $300. I am creating the draft and this invoice is created, and here you can see that analytic account is there. This analytic account is the linking for all your modules. So based on the analytic account, you can find your profitability. So here you can see that this analytic account is here. I'm just going to confirm. Now invoice is created. Let's move towards our project. In the project itself, tasks are there, and let me go to the dashboard. Here you can see that currently I have the revenue of 300. No any costs are involved. Now what happens? My team will do the on-site visit. They will do the requirement gathering. They will do that task. So here we have already those tasks. So here you can see that these 10 tasks are there. Site visit. We are going to assign this task to one employee. Let's consider we have assigned this task to this employee. Now, as this employee will add the timesheet hours against those tasks. Of course, each employee has its hourly cost. So those cost is multiplied with your time spent for those tasks, and you can find the cost for those particular tasks. So what I am going to see, we have mentioned that here 10 hours are allocated for this particular task. Now this employee is quite expert. He doesn't require the 10 hours. So what happens in the timesheet? He will add the date, those descriptions. I am just putting any random description over here, and just he going to add, I require only the 8 hours. I'm going to save, and now thing is that, and here in progress we have this done. I'm just going to done it. So from my side, this task is completed. So now let's check the dashboard. What's the effect of this task on our dashboard itself? So let me move toward the dashboard. Can you see this? First, our revenue expected was 300. That is for our design. We charge for customer. Now here you can see that timesheet fixed price. Those customer, those employee record the 8 hours against that task. For that employee, we have mentioned the particularly hourly cost, and based on that, those multiplication will be done, and easily we can find that our revenue till now is 300 and our cost is 240. So you can find currently we have the profitability of only $60. Okay, so as those all employees record the hour, everything will be recorded. If this is for my design, if it is for my design approval, if it is for that BoM release, everything will be done. So now let me do just 1 or 2 timesheets. Now let me go again, task. Now design blueprint, my team will prepare the design. Now here I have used the studio tweaks. Now my customer wants, my client asks, where I can attach those documents. Of course my design team will do 2D or 3D designs. So here we have used the studio tweaks. Here you can see the tab of the attachment. Okay, we have attached, you can attach those 2D and 3D prints over here. So everything will be recorded that for this task, for this projects, your particular designs are this. So if you can add 2D design, 3D design, there is no any customization over here. We use just studio tweaks. Now that person again log the hours again those tasks. Those tasks just I am putting to add. I am just putting any 1 hour. In progress. Done. Now let's check the dashboard. Sales order. We have this task, and here you can see that dashboard. Now can you see? Now it's a minus 270. So just profit is 300 because there is no any revenue, but as my employees record the hours, against that cost is gonna record. Now everything is there. Now my customer likes those design. He approved. Now your actually manufacturing will be start. But what's the pain point over here? We don't know what is the cost, estimated cost for my this manufactured product. Because every time requirement is gonna change. But now we have that design. Based on the design, of course, my BoM team can prepare the BoM. So now your third task will be start that based on that 2D, 3D design, my BoM team will create the BoM. So now let's create BoM. So here you can see that bill of the materials are there. If you will click on bill of material, this bill of material automatically link with that analytic account. So there is no need to create those bill of materials separately and link for that. If you will click on that, those analytic account link with that bill of material and automatically. But for time, I'm just going to duplicate it and doing manually attachment. So let me do that. My bill of material is that. Now here my sales order number was 12. So analytic account regarding it is 12 number. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to attach those analytic account. Here you can see this project. Here if you are linking those analytic account with the project field, everything will be linked automatically. Your manufacturing cost will be linked automatically. So here just going to do for the 12. I'm doing this manually for the time saving, otherwise it will be done automatically. Now what happens, this BoM is created. Now based on that, here you can see that BoM over. Now BoM is created, so you can find that now my total cost for this product is around $2,000. Before design we can't predict that what will be the cost, but after the design of course we can get the idea that what will be the cost for that product. So here you can see that these all components are required. Here we require these 4 operations. Let me just build down these operations. This cutting, this lamination, this assembly, this cleaning, all operations are required. And based on that, you can find that my product cost is $2,000. Now what's the next? Next thing is that now the sale order is automatically created. Previously we have created. Now we are going to upsell that sales order. So let's upsell that sales order. So let me go to sales order. You can see that you can create the separate sales order also. That is not necessary, just you have to modify this one. If you need, you can make the separate one, but you have to make a note that for the separate sales order also, you have to link the same analytic account that was linked with the previous one. That is very important. So now it's a cabinet. Custom shaped. Okay. So let me check the bill of material that we are going to use. Here we are going to use the MTO route. So your sales order confirmation will create the manufacturing order automatically. So let's check in the inventory. Yeah, that's a perfect. This MTO as well as the manufacturing is that. Now let me do sales order. Let's check that and let me just confirm this again. Can you see this? Your manufacturing order is created automatically by this MTO plus manufacturer route. And if I will open the manufacturing, here your all components are there. Now these are the commonly components. If those products are available in stock, it will be automatically reserved. If they are not available, those 0-0 reordering rule or mix match, those reordering, based on that your purchase order will be triggered. Your purchase order will be triggered, your product in your stock, and you will start your manufacturing, and boom, your product will be in your stock. So let me do those things. Here you can see that your 2 products are not in your stock. So let's check the purchase order is created or not. So let me do the just. Yeah. Can you see this purchase order, this RFQ is triggered automatically. There is no need to do any manual operations. As products are not available, Odoo will check those stock and that create those RFQ automatically. So just let me confirm this. Now we are going to receive this and just validate this products now in your stock. Now let's just check the manufacturing first. For that, let me go to the sales order. Our sales order is the 12 number. If we will check the manufacturing order, still this product is not available. Let's purchase this product manually for now. Otherwise, those reordering rules will be proper and it will be in your stock proper. Okay, so this is my screws and so let me purchase. Let me select your vendor. My product is this. I'm just 100. It's confirming, receiving and validating. Now let's check this manufacturing order again. But for that, let me go to the sales order. 12 number, manufacturing, trade. Now your all products are available. Now here what happens? This all your component. This all components you are going to consume in the manufacturing. So of course, this cost must be recorded for this project. And along with that, those all operations are going to link. So those all operation costs going to link with this project. So here what we are going to do, we are just going to do the manufacturing. I am not going to do with the soft flow. This will be the another case. Because I am going to produce and start. So let me do that. But before that, let me check. Yeah, here you can see that in the manufacturing order also, you can see that this analytic account is linked as we have linked with that bill of material. Okay, so now let me produce all. Now let's check the dashboard again. Those component costs are recorded or not. So for that, let me go to the cells and tasks. Where is my dashboard? You can see that. Your timesheet, your fixed prices because of those timesheet hours that we have logged against those tasks. And in manufacturing orders, now here you can see that expected is. So this cost 2168 is the cost because of those component of cost along with those operation costs. But now still you can see that my invoice, my revenue is 300 only. But here along with that you can see the one more line added with the materials and that expected is 15,000 as we have added those lines in the sale order. So let's make the invoice, otherwise we can deliver the product and we can make the invoice that is it. It's based on all that which policy we are following. Now this is the thing that we have record the timesheet hours, we have record the manufacturing cost, we have record the cost of components. Now what happens? Now we are doing the delivery, we are doing the on-site visit, we are doing the installation. So of course those expense is again going to link with this project. If those everything will be not tracked, that at the end of day, at the end of project, we can't find that what will be the profitability. So let's do one of the examples for the expense also, that how that expense will be linked with this project. So let me do that expense again. I am going to the expense and booking the expense for my on-site, for installation and the for delivery. So if I will go to my project, currently you can see this all tasks are that my team will record the hours against those all tasks. So everything will be linked with this project and everything will be in that profitability or cost. Now I am just putting one expense. So I am going to use the module of expense. Expense module is that my team will record the expense for on-site visit, installation or delivery. So I am doing for the on-site visit. Now category we can select, that's for the communications, and my team can add what will be the expense for those on-site. Let's consider for those 100. Okay, now here you can see the analytic distributions. Okay, now what we will do, here you are going to link those sale order number 812, that analytic account with those expenses. So this expense cost is again going to add with those projects. So it is my 12. Here you can see that. Now this is for the $100. We are just going to save it. If we want that approval will be there, it follows the approval. We are just going to submit it. Here we can just post the journal entries, everything, and bill will be created. Now let's check the dashboard. Does it affect it to our profitability? So move towards our sales order. This is my sales order. This is my task. In that, this is dashboard. Can you see this? It is automatically indexed. Okay, so it is in the dashboard. So this is for the on-site. If your team will do the delivery, again the transportation will be there. If team will do the installation, again those costs. So everything gonna link over here. Now here you can see your revenue, your material is expected is 15,000, two invoices 15,000. There is no any invoice still created. So let's create the invoice first for this sales order. There is no need to go to the sales order. In this one page, you can move from timesheet to task, sales to manufacturing, purchase to. This is the beautifulty of our Odoo standard. Okay, so what I am going to do in the sales order, I am going to create the invoice. Invoice will be created. Now here again, that analytic account is gonna. I'm just gonna confirm. Now let's check the sales order. We can go to my dashboard. In that, it's my dashboard, and now here it is already invoiced. So at the end of day, your all cost is linked. Your all revenue is linked. And when your project is completed with the custom cabinet delivery to your customer with the installation, you can find, this money I have for this cost. Okay, so ETO is not complex because you look like that, design will be there, approval will be there, your procurement will be there. It is not complex. There is no need to do the customizations. Okay, there is no need to do the room of the consultants. You just require that you can use the discipline of your Odoo modules with the sprinkle of students. If everything will be proper, your project will be in your hand without customization, just with the student. This is from my side. Having any questions, I'm open for that. Thank you.
Thank you so much for setting this project module and how it is interrelated with other modules. I do have one question: that does automatic bill of material can get created via Studio, or we need to manually enter all the products?
Currently, we have to create because this is not standard. If the standard will be there, then we can create it previously. But based on the design, maybe you require the L-shape feature, this require the U-shape feature. You require something different. So some common raw materials will be there, but you want exactly, then we have to manually do it. Second thing, here we can use the concept of PLM also. Okay, if your like 5 to 6 products are similar, in some of the products, some of the modification required in the terms of the quantity, then we can use the concept of PLM with those ECU. So there is no need to create a bill of material from the scratch. You can use it, you can add, you can remove, and your bill of material will be on hand.
Okay, thank you. And one more suggestion for you. Can we use subtasks in this? Because
yes, of course.
Because I feel that there were many tasks, similar tasks were existing.
I have already introduced. If I will go to the task, here you can see that I have those tasks for the on-site visit. Just let me go to that task. For that, I have prepared already, but for the time saving, I have not gone through that. If I will go to the project, in the project configuration, this is my project template, and in that, if I will look to my task, this is my on-site site visit, and if I will click on the subtask, here you can see that this measurement and material finish selection is there. So I have also mentioned the dependency also. Because your BoM can't be created before your design is approved, so we can set those dependency also. So none can start prepare those BoM before those designs. So this is for that subtask. You can include the subtask as you require.
And one last question.
Yeah, sure.
In the sale order, we do have approvals.
Yeah.
So every time, once at the first instance, there was only one project for the design purchase one, and it should get approved. After that, we are adding other products, or there can be a timesheet can also be added, timesheet hours. So how the approvals will work in every scenario?
See, in the studio also, if for the approval you want to third-party app, there are many third-party apps are available. But in Odoo standard, we have that studio also. And in studio also, we can use that one tier approval, two tier approval. Those approval you can set on the sales orders. This is also.
Okay, I got your point. But till my knowledge, correct me if I'm wrong, approvals are working at the time of the confirmation. Yeah. But once at the time, a sale order was confirmed. After that, we are adding the projects. After that, how we can do the approval?
Here, what we can do that? Here, then there is no need to upsell the same sales order. What we can do? We can create one more. Okay, if we will create one more, then we can add the approval. But what we have to keep in mind, what we have to be sure, the same analytic account. Let's check this scenario. In the analytic account was the sale order number 12. This by analytic account is the number of 12. If you're gonna create, because you want the approval, then we're gonna create the quotation. You will do the approval from 1 level, 2 level, 3 level. It's gonna confirm. Just you have to trigger. You have to change the sales order that analytic account from here. Then everything will.
Okay, that will be the manual.
Yeah, that will be good. Because here, see, why we are just, these are the workaround. I'm not sure this workaround will be suitable for all the customers. But this workaround will be suitable for my customer is using the Odoo happily, and now we are trying to do this.
Yeah, it was a very great session. Thank you so much.